Hey, wonderful people. How are you doing today? I hope you have a beautiful night. This morning, we are going to be sharing on what happens when you lose emotional attachment to someone. What actually happens when you lose emotional attachment to someone? Remember, this page is all about mental and emotional health, love, relationship, friendship, and life lessons we learn on a daily basis. And through my sharing, I'm equally learning, and some of your comments make me to learn. At times, this word love is so big. Love is bigger than the word itself. It is loaded and impacted by the emotions attached to it, by the actions we put forth to demonstrate the word itself. Because at times when somebody says, I love this person, or this person loves me, and at times I always ask myself the question, what do you mean by love? Do you actually understand what love is all about? Many people don't appreciate love. And I mentioned in one of my videos that maybe they don't appreciate it because they were never loved. Many people had never experienced love. They have just, gone through the journey of life like that. No affection. Nobody maybe has ever told them they love them. Like my children will always say, Mama, you're always telling people I love you. At the end of every conversation, you tell people I love you. And then they'll say, why do you love everybody? And to me, it's funny because it's natural to love people, okay? It's just but natural to love people. You love them by virtue of the fact that they are God's creatures. We are called to love. We don't have any choice but to love. And at no point you can feel some resentment, you can feel some anger, but it's difficult for me to hate anyone. So that's me. But the question is, what do we mean by love? Because when you love somebody truly, when it has to do with, even if it's filial love or erotic love, okay, there is an emotion attached to it. And when you truly love that person, you start seeing them differently. You start appreciating every effort that they make. It comes to a level that if you truly love, especially when it comes to maybe relationships that may lead to marriage or partners in a relationship, when you talk about love, it may get to a level where some people literally start worshiping their partners. That is what love can make someone do. But I just want to make us understand that when you lose an emotional attachment to someone, you realize how ordinary they have always been. You just realize that they are ordinary human beings. But it's because of the emotional attachment you had towards them that made you started seeing them as if they were a demigod. You started worshiping them. You started seeing them different because of the emotional attachment that is built by the bond of love. But by the time you are falling out of love, or by the time that attachment, emotional attachment, is no longer there, you start seeing them as ordinary human beings. At times you start seeing certain parts of them, or you start seeing them maybe but this person was never handsome or ever even beautiful in the first place. You see them in their real nature because the emotional attachment has left your heart. You will start seeing them in their real nature, and you will start seeing every little weakness that you had never seen. All the weaknesses that love blinded you from seeing, you will start seeing all those weaknesses when the emotional attachment disappears. That is what happens. So it's our love that makes us see some people as if they are special. If not, every other human being is as ordinary as you. But because of the love and emotional attachment you have towards them, you start seeing them as special. You start treating them as special. Some people even go to an extent of worshiping their partners or their loved ones because of the emotional attachment that you have built over time. But once it starts fading away, you just see that everything disappears. The thing that made them special, you no longer see them as special. You just see them, but you start asking yourself, what even pushed me into this relationship in the first place? You start asking yourself honest questions. That is what happens. My dear, if you have ever found yourself in such a situation, it's not strange. It's because the emotional connection has gone away. And in such a case, the only thing that can help to build it back, maybe you need a therapy session, or you work on yourself, or you just part ways. Because love, once it disappears, once it flies out through the window, every other thing falls apart. Whatever thing you will be doing, you will just be managing for things to work. You can never find fulfillment and true happiness when you keep staying in such relationships where emotional attachment has vanished. I hope I made some sense. Good morning.